What's up, warrior? And wake up, wake up, wake up. Diane Kaiser here, and I am the founder of DianeKaiser.com, the creator of the Warrior Cleanse, as well as Chi Hormone Warrior Transformation, where I teach you how to cleanse your body, heal your hormones, and ignite your life. So today's topic I want to cover is your immune system. This is the time of year when I'm filming this that we are distraught with stress. Many of us are riddled with illness, and we're sick of it, but we're also stressed out. So I want to talk about the stress and the sick connection by way of something that's called secretory IgA. And that is a marker that secretory IgA is something that's released by our mucosal barrier in everything like your ears and your eyes and your mouth and your stomach and your vagina. And it's our body's first line of defense to protect us against foreign invaders, pathogens like bacteria or fungus or virus, or chemicals or undigested food particles. If we're rushing eating and we don't slow down to digest well, then secretory IgA has to do a lot of this. And eventually over time, if there's a lot of this going on, it will wear down. And what that means is our immune system eventually wears out as well. So right now, there's some crazy statistics, such as 70% of our immune system lives in our gut, as well as 70% of our lives we are spent living in fight or flight stress. So as long as that's happening, our secretory IgA is going to have to work harder, which is our immune system, and these are immunoglobulins that are released to try to protect us. But over time, it's just going to say, I'm tired, and you're going to feel tired. So this is a marker that general practitioners today are not taught to run. So if you go to your doctor and say, hey, I would like to know what my secretory IgA is, SigA. It's a significant A, right? It's a significant asset, SigA. And it is your body's way of saying the lower it is, the poorer your immune system is. The higher it is, then the higher likelihood that your body is fighting off a current infection. But if it has to fight off infection after infection, stressor after stressor, it eventually gets depleted. And that is the beginning of all kinds of diseases. So it is something that we run with our clients on a stool test. It's something that we can help you with. But again, insurance companies do not think that this is significant, nor do they have a protocol, specifically a drug to treat it. What we're taught is that flu shots and vaccines are our immune system, without being told all of the dangers of flu shots and all the different adjuncts and nasty chemicals and metals that are added to these vaccinations that make us sick and over time allergic to a lot of things like egg whites that are in all of these. So even vegans don't know this. Antibiotics. And now they're saying that over 80% of antibiotics that are being prescribed are done so unnecessarily. And what that also does is it kills the good bugs, which are our immune system. And that's when SigA has to fight even harder. We're also taught that prednisone or corticosteroids will protect us. And all it does is it numbs out our body's ability to perceive the histamines from a lot of these allergies or bad bugs that are being released by the body. So all it does is turn the immune system off. Not good. Sleeping pills and over-the-counters, that also further contributes to the degradation of the lining of your intestines, which contributes to what's called leaky gut. And then you get a lot of stuff just moving from your digestive tract into the bloodstream where it's not supposed to be, into the brain. And we start to get things like dementia and Alzheimer's and brain fog on the rise because now things that are never supposed to be up there are because the gut starts leaking. Birth control also contributes to that as well. Then we're also taught to drink OJ, but bacteria love sugar. So do most pathogens. So for like candida and parasites, so if we're drinking a lot of OJ, it's a lot of sugar for our bugs to eat and grow and outgrow and then charge SigA even higher. Exercise, sweat it out. Your body wants to rest at that time. Sweating it out, great infrared sauna is what I recommend. You could watch my video on that, not just any gym sauna. We're taught to push through it, go to work. You got to be a robotic, productive, number, right? No. The average person takes 2 to 3 weeks of sick time off a year, and that's at your cost of anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000, depending on how much 2 weeks of pay is worth to you. And then time heals all is totally not a slogan that I recommend because 70% of our lives are being lived in stress, in this fight or flight perceived state of stress, which what happens then is we're experiencing stress, our adrenals will release cortisol. And cortisol is our stress hormone to help us flee from a perceived stressful situation. As long as 70% of our lives is lived in this state where we're producing more cortisol, which is a stress hormone, then we've got depleted sex hormone production like testosterone and estrogen and potentially progesterone, causing all kinds of things like bad periods and low sex drive and inability to burn fat or build muscle, among so many other things like mood and poop. but it's also driving down our sleep hormone, and we're having sleepless nights. So as long as cortisol, the stress hormone, is being released, over time the adrenals go, okay, I've had enough of this, because the brain can't keep up, because the gut is so infected and inflamed and imbalanced that because it drops down your secretory IgA. So as long as we're stressed, our immune system takes a hiatus because it drops SigA. Stress by way of cortisol drops secretory IgA. Our defenses are down. And when that's low, it opens the door for chronic infections, food sensitivities. We're seeing lots of those anymore. It's like increasing in exponential numbers. What can I eat anymore? Chemical intolerances, heavy metals, migraines, headaches, etc. Inability to get pregnant when these metals and toxins block the cell walls. Nutrients can't get in no matter what quality supplements that we're taking. This is why I recommend cleansing every quarter, and that's why I developed the Warrior Cleanse, and then just generally living a cleansed lifestyle, not adding more toxins to your life. I call it ABC, always be cleansing. And then allergies and symptoms. Oh, so many of us are just congested and we feel like we have head colds and constant ear infections. A lot of that's caused by toxins. And then the autoimmune disease. So stress has such a big role in all this thing. As much as you are told that it's genetics and it just runs in your family, lifestyle runs in your family, fear and our perception of stress and our habits and our responses to stress, that runs in the family. So why I recommend what really works is to find the root cause, number one being, what are your trapped traumas? What are your unresolved emotions that our society says, don't talk about your emotions because that makes you weak. So just shut up, don't speak up because you just might blow up. No. This is our time to speak up. This is our time to feel our feels so we could heal those heels and drive down our stress so that we're not living 70% of our lives in stress, driving down our immune system, now having to be codependent on vaccines because we are taught and brainwashed into thinking that that's our only option. No, our only option is to take our health back, to find out what these trapped traumas are and these hidden fears and the shame and guilt and the shoulds and the sugars and all the shit that we are taught to eat and feel and not feel. And these toxins that are all around us, toxic people, toxic chemicals, toxic foods, toxic relationships, toxic work environment, it's all around us. So these are the two key root cause issues that cause and drive up our stress. And then if we look at the bad bugs, these are things that we do in our practice to run, not just any just standard, let's look to see if you've got a bacteria. We're looking deep in your gut to see what kind of inflammation, infections, imbalance, and anything else that is going on with your body. Any of these things can contribute to stress in the body. And we do advanced lab testing because the stuff that your doctor's doing is just, do you have a bug? And they're maybe even testing maybe 10% of the kinds of bugs. We test for all kinds of bugs that doctors aren't even valuing today as being a perceived bad bug. And this is not just something that any just normal probiotic or orange juice or bone broth or sleep or yoga or meditation can chase away. A lot of these bugs are bad, and 50% of the clients that we work with plus have nasty outgrown levels of pathogenic bugs that are contributing to their stressor and eating their nutrients, causing them complete chronic fatigue. The hidden things that we look for in our practice are the root cause issues like hormone imbalance, immune system dysfunction, detoxification issues, digestion problems, your ability to generate energy, which is E, and then N stands for nervous system. What is your brain's perception of stress, and what are your thoughts about life? Whatever we're thinking inside, we project to the outside and becomes our circumstances. If we think the world is dark, if we think the world is awful, if we think the world is out to get us, if we think the world is a crappy place, then we're gonna get confirmation for that every single time. So mindset's really important here too. When you get to the root cause and you're able to see all of these issues in your health history and work with someone who understands emotions and energetics and spirituality and your mindset and your chemicals in your body and your rituals and how you sleep and how everything, then you're able to tie that together with your lab tests, with your hormones also being tested effectively, not by blood. There's another test that you guys can watch, why blood tests fail to get to your hormonal root cause. You can watch that. It's not getting anywhere near to the root cause of why your hormones are imbalanced. So once we have all those pieces together, we can apply it to a system to create a specific individualized healing plan, where to start for how long that works for you. Healing does not happen overnight. Healing is not a transaction. It is a journey. It takes a while. It could take a year to 2 to heal leaky gut, which is what SigA, when it's low, contributes to. So then the last thing is once you know what your issues are, then you stay on that program, you stay on that system, and you become the vaccination. You become the defender. You become your own best doctor. You become the wellness warrior that you deserve to become and to meet. You are the magic. If you believe that, and if 60% of all of this is placebo, and you believe that you can heal, then you will. I can't fix you, but you can fix you. I'm Diane Kaiser. To watch the full video, click on the links below. There's a lot more detailed information. And if you would like to speak with us or learn more about our program, you can learn at the very end of this video where you'll see something to watch our Hormones Masterclass on the top 5 secrets that we use to work with women all around the world, as well as our 8-solution system that has worked for so many women to free themselves, even after they've worked with many practitioners from all different walks all around the world. See you in the next video.